Good afternoon, my beautiful followers. How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone is starting this Saturday on an amazing note. High vibing, feeling orgasmic. So it's gonna be a short video today, but this is a little bit off of my normal topics with you guys, but it was coming up, and so when things are coming up in my world, when I'm having these stirrings and noticings, what do? I come and I share them with you guys. So last night, I had a crazy busy week. And so I decided to go watch Cruella. I was like, I never go to the movies, but I went and I watched Cruella, the new Disney movie out. And as I watched it, you watch her progress to what everybody in her world views as evil, when in truth, she has had this amazing story, and they did a really great job with it, but she's had this amazing story that has hardened her or made her act in certain ways. And everybody around her's perception of her is that she's the villain or that she's evil. And it really actually reminded me of one of my favorite musicals, Wicked. And the same thing kind of happens. And it is more the perception of this evilness or vilifying this human. And it is because of how we view others in our lives. And it got me thinking about how not only do we vilify and really look at other people's actions, behaviors as evil and negative and all these, we like to throw these freaking labels on people, when in truth, the average human, in my experience and coaching and therapizing hundreds and hundreds of people, are that most people are trying to do the best they can. And yet we get into relationship and we start labeling our partners, our friends, our family. We start to throw these big, like, well, they're evil, or they're just this or that or this other thing. And we start to really put these massive labels on people in our lives. And it is like the Cruella thing, like we don't take the time to really drop in to find out the other pieces of people in our lives. And so we get these perceptions, and instead of checking in on our perceptions, instead of really going in and inquiring and getting insight and asking the questions, communication, and going, okay, like, I see you did that. This is my reaction to that. However, what was your rationale for doing that? Sorry, I'm a Virgo. I'm very like rational. I'm very like logical, like going, okay, what was your why was that your reaction? What triggered this kind of reaction? And a lot of times how we're seeing things is just not how another person sees a similar situation. But in the communication of it, we really can meet each other. And we can really start to at least have compassion for others in our lives, and realizing that, that they have their reasons for acting or doing things and the way they're doing it. And sometimes it is not to screw you over. Sometimes it is not to fuck up your world. Sometimes it really is because that is just the energy they're getting, the perception they had, you know, how they feel like they need to set potentially a boundary in their life, and you're taking it a different way. Or vice versa. Sometimes people view us in certain ways, and it all comes down to this perception. And we have to be smart humans in relationship. And we have to really step into asking, okay, you know, maybe I should think about why this person is reacting like this. You know, thinking outside of your egoic brain and really trying to go outside and think around, because a lot of times we want to label and we want to vilify somebody when their intentions are not negative. Their intentions are not negative. That doesn't mean that they're not causing a reaction, because there's always a cause and effect. But the fact is, a lot of times people are not trying to screw us over. However, also, we do the same thing with aspects of our lives. I see women and men all the time, but particularly women, really vilifying their sex, really vilifying this piece of themselves because it has brought them maybe pain or trauma, or some uncomfortable feelings. And so when someone or something brings us these uncomfortable feelings, it is almost human nature, if we're not really connected to ourselves and connected to the greater spiritual lessons that life is always giving us, it is oftentimes that we will again go, that's evil, that's bad, that's negative, instead of really tapping in and going, okay, just what was the lesson there? What was the message behind that? But I see women particularly really vilifying their sex, when in truth it could be so beautiful. That relationship, sorry, my new kitten Zoe wants to join the conversation, I guess. She's all about vilifying things, I guess. But are you really like shutting down a piece of your orgasmic life because you're not willing to open your mind to a different perspective, perception, and really get the lessons potentially that you could be gaining from that? And I do want you to particularly think about not just your relationships, but your sex, your energy, and different aspects of your personality that you are vilifying, when in truth, they're beautiful. They're beautiful aspects of you. They're beautiful aspects that you need to actually integrate in a very, and I'm going to use the Tantra word, but that just means a tool to weave. So weaving that aspect of your shadow, your personality, or your behaviors into yourself, like really like weaving that together into a big beautiful piece of who you freaking are, who you are as a human. But I want you to really look at your sex today too, because I think this is an area that really takes a lot of heat, when in truth, if we're not tapped into that area of our bodies, if we're not tapped into that beautiful energy, what ends up happening is that we lose so much power. We lose so much magnetism in our world when we disconnect from that. And that's actually what I love helping women and men do. Right now I'm running a whole bunch of women's stuff. And so if you are a lady and you are wanting that orgasmic life, you're wanting to move through your shit, you're wanting to move through your perceptions, and you want to grab a hold of that power of your sex, both in the bedroom and out of the bedroom. This is not just a practice of dealing with your bedroom. This is dealing with your whole life and really making it orgasmic. If you're interested in that, click on the link and set up a call with me, and we can chat about how maybe I can guide you to that amazing orgasmic life that you truly desire. And if you're just out there and you're wanting a free message today, go check out where you're vilifying things or people in your life that maybe you just need to change your glasses. Maybe it is just your perception. And I want you to also go back and look at my projections article from yesterday, because that is exactly what I'm talking about today. Where are you projecting potentially on other people in your life? Just your discomfort, just your perception, when in truth, that is your inner game that needs checked. So, all right, contact me if you want to do a free chat. Other than that, I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. I love you guys, and go grab that fire within. All right.